Right, hello kids, how are we all? Let's get straight into Monday's stream. So we're going to do a little bit on chain, a little bit macro, and then we'll do some charts. The macro is actually looking really interesting because of the next sort of 10 days or so, but let's stick with the on chain for now. So we're still seeing accumulation is still decent. So we're still seeing that more Bitcoins are leaving exchanges than flowing into exchanges, which is obviously a good sign. However, and this is large as well. That's the thing to note, is this is quite a large amount. The red spike, or it's like a double spike almost, is quite significant in that it's the same sort of size as this one here, and it's slightly smaller than this one here. But size wise, it's pretty decent. This wasn't really enough. As I said before, this wasn't enough. You need to have substantial size coming out for it to really show some likely price squeezes higher. So this here obviously wasn't enough, and I said this at the time because you were matching these kind of levels. But when you start seeing these kind of levels, which is similar to what we're getting now, I think we need a bit more. We need this to continue for another few weeks, and then we can actually go higher. But I think this will actually end up tapering off or going down, and solely because of the macro situation. But let's dive into it a bit deeper. Note the accumulation is being done by the smaller wallets. So addresses with balance greater than 0.01 Bitcoins, that is. So constant number of wallets increasing. Adjusted balance greater than 0.1, constantly increasing. Adjusted balance greater than 1, increasing significantly. Tapered off slightly, but seems to be gaining, picking up steam again. Adjusted balance greater than 10. Slightly different picture. Seeing here that it's increasing, but we haven't got past the sell-off. The sell-off that we had back down here at the end of January, we haven't really gone past those levels. We've seen some it's adding, but it's nothing compared to what this sell-off was here. Just as balance greater than 100, so we know this is an anomaly, this spike here, so they haven't recovered either, because they're really operating down here where my cursor is. And you can see they're uptrending, but very slightly. That's basically like saying it's range bound. It's certainly not like significantly uptrending. Adjusted balance than 1K. This is slightly more interesting. So we're seeing the big boys are actually adding to their positions. However, my theory on this is that they understand that Bitcoin is going to be a thing in the coming year or two, like really will explode. I think maybe not a year, but over the next like 2 years, I would say it's something like, if you was to say 24 months down the line, I really think Bitcoin price wise could absolutely explode. So I think they're just starting to accumulate no matter what the price is, knowing that this is going to happen. But the thing is, you're still seeing some caution because they can basically trade it and buy it where we think it will be cheaper. So if we look at whale map, we can see the large wallet inflows, the blue bubbles are not as big as usual. So there's not as many. We're seeing in here, it's becoming quite thin. In here, it's quite thin as well. We've still got this big purchase here, but other than that, it's still looking pretty thin. So I do think, if we look at the realized price by address, realized price by address visualizes the average price at which current unspent Bitcoins belonging to each category of addresses were purchased for. Each address category represents addresses with balances within a given range. So if yes, we can zoom in, nice. So if we see here, all the way back to 2012, look what price is the white line. The others, so you've got the light yellow, which is greater than 1 Bitcoin. Light green, 1 to 10 Bitcoin in size, what their average cost was. So it cost, on average, the wallet holders holding between 1 and 10 Bitcoin, it cost them $9.46 per Bitcoin. And you can see as price comes down, the whales obviously usually have the best price. Well, it's actually not true. I think it's the 1 to 10 or the 10 to 100. We'll see further down the line. But I think it's actually 10 to 100 seem to have the best price or realized cost basis throughout the constants. But we can see they always seem to be similar and price crashes through. Let's move on to 20. No, that one actually didn't happen, but that wasn't really a significant bear market there. This was the bear market. This was the bull, the mid market, bull market, and then the bear. So here you saw it holding these levels for quite a long period of time, holding above. Price dipped in once, and people probably thought that was it. 420 was the price. Still holding, now dropping below, and it retested all the way down to 10 to 100. If we go to 2017, 2018, and now look, I was here during this bear market. This is where I did all my learning. I sort of got really lucky in this phase and did all my learning in this phase. And this was difficult. This was, for all, I think all those people that stuck through this deserve to be not wealthy, but like, you know, deserve to have had the last year or two really pay off for them, because this was really hard to sort of grit your teeth and get through. But look, we constantly bounced off it, finally dropped below and nearly touched. This is the COVID 2020 situation, and look where we are now. Been close, touched it, bounced off of it. There's no reason we can't dip in. There really isn't. And the ranges are so tight now. They really are. Do I think we're going to go to 14,000 at the 10 to 100? Probably not, no. But I do think we'll dip below 25. I think if you start getting into the 28s, 29s, these guys panic. Like, you will see above 1 Bitcoin at 26,000. That's the average cost. You know, you haven't got large wallet holders there. You've got above 1 Bitcoin and between 1 to 10 Bitcoin, between 25,000 and 26,000. It's very possible that those guys capitulate if price starts coming down to 28, 27, 26. They start panicking, thinking I'm no longer in profit anymore. And, you know, I could have doubled my money if I'd cashed in back here. So they will start panicking, and that could cause a bit of a capitulation, which from like a 27k could see you wick all the way down to like a 22, 21. You could even go down to 20. So I really, and with the macro situation, I'll get into the macro now. I really think this is on the table. So let me explain. So with the macro, next week is the important week. So next week we have the, is it next week? Yes, it is next week. So next week we have the, yes, it's next week. Sorry, I was just checking. So next week we have the Fed meeting. So with this what's really important here is it's very likely they're going to increase interest rates by 50 basis points. They may do 25, they may do 75. I think 75 is unlikely. I think there's probably a 65% chance of it being 50 basis points, maybe a 25 to 30% chance of it being a 25 basis points, and then a 5-10% chance of it being a 75 basis points. So I think your money's got to be on a 50 basis points. So with that being said, that's sort of known by the market. However, we also know that the Fed wants to start normalizing its balance sheet, i.e. selling off those assets. Now, what's been outlined so far is it's likely going to be 90 billion a month they're going to be selling off. We want to know what their plan is for this shrinkage over the next year. We believe those are the plans, but we should get like accurate numbers, and Jay Powell should speak about it. So if that's going to be really aggressive, and the likelihood is it will be quite aggressive, then yeah, we're gonna see some more risking off. I don't think prices can go up under these conditions. Effectively, what you saw in COVID was all the macro measures needed to push Bitcoin higher. Now all those macro measures are now being reversed, so it's going to push Bitcoin lower. So that's effectively where we're at. But let's get into some of the charts. So firstly, we'll look at the S&P. That's not my S&P. There's my S&P. So again, it's sort of, I am expecting a bounce on this just because it's approaching, not really oversold, but you know, we never get that oversold. Like, this is quite rare. But anywhere sort of down here in the low 30s is considered reasonably oversold on the 12-hour. So I think we can get a bounce. I don't want to be entering Bitcoin now because I feel like it's had its bounce. But, well, not had its bounce, it can go more. But I'm thinking of maybe re-entering in the morning when there's confirmation on the daily that we get a bull div. So obviously nowhere through here did we get the bull div. Here we did get a bull div, but I want to see this close like down a bit, like at 39. If it closes at 39, I'll probably enter, because that will be confirmation that we've got the bull div. Where closing here is like this hammer. I feel like I've missed the move, so I'd rather not chase. But yeah, let's look at the Nasdaq. So Nasdaq is very similar to Bitcoin. Bitcoin does usually follow the Nasdaq, so we can have a bounce on this. I just don't think it's going to be anything too great. So let's go back to Bitcoin. So what we're looking at is getting this bull div on the daily. Let me zoom right in. I think here I would be a seller. If I bought today at 39, for instance, I would look to be a seller at 41. If we can get, even like here, 40,800. If we could get there, I would be selling it. I wouldn't be holding. I don't think we'll really get to there. If we do get to 44,000, I will be shorting it 100%. So that's something I'm possibly looking for. I'm possibly looking at shorting some other coins in the meantime. Maybe not yet, but I'll still continue to wait. I've realized with the day trading channel, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna post like 2 or 3 good trading opportunities each day, and you can either take them or not take them. But they're not trades I'll be personally taking, unless I declare that I will be. It's too hard to provide a signal every single day. The opportunities just aren't there. Like even today, the odds weren't really in your favor. You wanted it to stay low, form that bull div, and then you can go into tomorrow with confidence and place a trade. But today, and the way it's moved, you're now on the brink. You're sort of there. You're sort of not. It's just not worth playing. Like it really isn't worth playing. Let's look at ETH now. But those are my things. That's what I'm watching for. If we can come back down to 39, that will be a confirmation. Aha, we've got the bull div on the daily. Now I'll take it. And now I'll look for a move up to 41. You're looking for a quick 5% move, 50% on a 10x leverage. And if it does, and I would be a seller at sort of late 40s. Late 40,800, 900, blah, blah, blah. Not late 40,000s, like 48,000, 49. I'd be a seller in this orange box. If it did continue higher and we went here, I would short it. Let's look at Ethereum. So overall, a really nice move. Yeah, overall a nice move because it's almost bounced off this line here. You could bring no, you can't bring it higher. Could you? You sort of could. It's somewhere there. So it sort of bounced there. You've held above the horizontal support, which is nice. Assuming we close where we're closing, obviously we've still got 6 hours left to play out. This is the main box. I'm not going to be looking for a short. I possibly would. Yeah, there's a possibility that I would actually. I'm thinking about it. So let's see how we play out, because I think tonight's close is important. If we close lower, we'll get those bull divs. ETH I wouldn't be confident on because it'd be below the support. Bitcoin I would be, because you're not really around. The sort of relevant support would be like probably like there, 37,000 to 37,800. So you'd still be in that range. So I possibly would be a buyer here, but there's not much upside either. It's just not a great play. But I would consider it in the morning. So let's see how we get the close this evening. But Bitcoin would be the play over Ethereum for me, in my opinion. Litecoin just absolutely terrible as usual. Would need to get above the horizontal resistance now is. It broke down through the bear flag as expected. You would have got a bull div if you can't take bull divs or bear divs from wicks. It has to be from candle closures, from the bodies. So that's really important. So here you haven't got a bull div. Unless we can close slightly below, then you can consider it and take it. But for now, not interested. You know my feelings on Litecoin. I think it's rubbish. So I'm not going to be interested on that for now. I've just seen I've got a question. Yeah, so we do have tech earnings tomorrow. So this can be quite good. I still think you're gonna get the risking off between Just checking you guys can still hear me. I'm not sure the stream is still working. Oh, this is annoying. Can you guys still hear me? You guys that are. Oh, you can hear me. Okay, sorry. Okay, I it just said it was lagging, but I'll continue. So with Litecoin, what we're you know my feelings on Litecoin. I don't like it. Let's just move on. Sorry, I've sort of lost my train of thought on that one now. FTT. Okay, so we're on the daily. You know what? It's a bit of an ugly chart all round. Let's try and see what we can do from scratch. Can you guys still see everything? Slight delay in the messages. Yeah, okay, cool. So let's do that as the downtrend. You're in the squeeze. There's not loads more you could do. You could have something like this. No, you can't. No, you can't. Okay, so that's probably where you're at. I think with this, you have got a bull div on the daily. That's quite clear. But this has been quite heavily manipulated. It was in these two candles that were really ugly to watch. I think for this reason, I would rather stay away from FTT. However, FTT is the exchange I like. So it's the coin I want to be accumulating when the time is right. And I think with Bitcoin, this can actually be soon. I think it'll be between now and the end of July, I think. So that's why I think we'll see Bitcoin at like a 21, 22, 3, 4, 5, 6, $27,000 Bitcoin. Somewhere in that region where I showed you this, these cost basis. Somewhere in there between that 27,000 and 20,000 if you get that capitulation. FTT is what I'll be looking to accumulate. It'll be one of those ones. It can end up being like a BNB, like a Binance coin, where it can really go sort of ballistic over the next year or two, especially as you start to see more people become clued up with trading and move into the better exchanges. And FTX is the best exchange in terms of just it supports a trader, whereas Binance is more for like an investor. So FTT is probably the best coin I'll be looking at. My bag won't be big. It won't be like a 20-30%, but it might be like, it'll be a 10%. I'll probably leave like 30% in cash. I actually probably won't. I'll probably go heavily in Bitcoin and then 40% in Ethereum, something like that. But there'll be a few I pick. Something like Solana will be on there as well. So with Solana, again, we have, if we close here, we will technically, I don't think we will actually. No, I don't think we will get a bull div. So this is not one I'd be interested in playing, simply because the bull div is not there. If you zoom right in, you can see it's at the low. So you need it to close a little bit lower, and if it does close a little bit lower, this will be lower. So you've got lower low in price, lower low in the oscillator. For that reason, I wouldn't be playing Solana. Solana will also, a lot of these coins you'd be accumulating when everything goes down. So that's a portfolio I'll arrange for at the time. When we start coming into the low 30s, then I'll start arranging that for you guys. BNB. So this is one of the plays that's actually annoyed me slightly. I would have liked to have played this one. However, my fear was the S&P and the Nasdaq opening negative, which they both did do, and yet Bitcoin remained quite resilient to this. So this is a move. If we can, in the next 6 hours, have a bit of a move down and close somewhere here at sort of a 388, 387, BNB I'll be a buyer of tomorrow. So these are ones to really take note of, and there's a few opportunities potentially that we can get, but we need a dip before the close tonight, which is in 6 hours and 9 minutes time. So these ones I'm looking at, Bitcoin, BNB so far, not really looking at the rest. But I like the fact it's held the horizontal support. I like the fact it's held the support line. That's, yeah, horizontal support. I like the fact it's held the downtrend line as the support. Come below, touched, bounce back above. I like that. That's good. It shows good strength. If we see volume, I bet the volume is okay. It's actually not great. I wish I hadn't said that now. But yeah, anyway, forget that part. But if we can come down and close here and get that bull div, that will be enough for me to enter. And we should get it as well. Assuming price comes down, we should get it. Okay, yeah, BNB is on the list. Matic could be on the list for right now. I like the fact this has got the bull div. I like the fact it's close to the support. You're only a 5% move away or so from support, which is okay. And you could add at that support as well. You would get the bull div. Yeah, let's come back to it. But this is one I like. Because here you can see we're close to the horizontal support at 124. So if we did a retracement back there, that'd be a 5% move, which is okay. You can stomach that. If you then get the close down there, you'll get the bull div on the daily, which is nice. I think on the 12 hour, you definitely get it. Well, if you're going to get it on the daily, you're going to get it on the 12 hour. Polkadot. No, this is just rubbish now. It really is. It's not even creating lower lows. So you're not even getting these potential bull divs that can push prices higher. Yes, I will post the one I pick in the group in the end. I will post the trade I pick in the group at the end of this stream. At this moment in time, it's going to be Matic. But when I say it's going to be Matic, do a small position and wait to see how the close happens tonight. And if we get an increased bull div, add into that. That will be my strategy. So sorry, I've just seen Lucas's question, hence I've just answered. But Polkadot here, you're below the horizontal resistance. You couldn't get above 1, 2, 3, 4 times tested. Got above, closed below every single time. For that reason, just not interested. Can I probably adjust this slightly now? Yeah, to there. And we're not even creating a lower low, so you're not even getting the bull div on the time frame. So for this reason, Polkadot I'm not interested in. Ah, that's really annoying. Chainlink could have been a good one. Yeah, that's annoying. So we're getting lower lows, which is good. Let's rechart. I wouldn't take this as gospel, this part here, because you can get this can easily be retested and come down again. Let's just save this just in case this works. I would have liked to have played this because you've got the lower, but this is what I mean. So here, yesterday, on this point here, you would have got a bull div. So this is why you've got to play coins that have shown some previous strength. Can you guys just text me, let me know, or message me in the chat thing saying that you can see the stream all okay and you can't, and it's not just volume you're getting. I'll continue, but could you just let me know in the chat? Thank you. But you can see yesterday, so look where my cursor is, measure those lines across. We got a higher low on the oscillator, but a lower low in price. And because Chainlink has been quite weak overall, we can see that there hasn't been a great response to it. So you're in this candle and you've come down from 13.30 now to 13.23, but you did come all the way down to 12.57. So it's not one that's really on my list to play, to be honest, because it hasn't shown enough strength. AVAX, similar story, exactly similar story for AVAX, other than the fact it has got above the horizontal resistance, didn't claim it as support, broke below. Just trying to think. No, it's just created new lows in the oscillator, new lows in price. Not interested, going to stay away from this. This is the one I've got my eye on. This is the one I really like. Can hear and can see all okay. Excellent. Okay, so Luna is the one I really like. However, it's the one I want to be shorting, and it's the one I want to be doing a decent size short on, with the willingness to hold for the next month, 2 months, 3 months maybe. This is a dangerous play because Luna can move a bit sort of crazily in terms of going against the rest of the market. So it can be a bit of a crazy play. But I just think if Bitcoin can come down into the 20Ks, Luna can come back down to 50. So, and I want to be able to take advantage of that. So I'm looking at this orange box. I'll do like a smallish bet. And if we do go higher, then this will be similar to waves, the wave short. But with this, we're not going to let the position go. We're going to play small the whole way and hold it with the conviction that we're going to be right over the next 2-3 months, which I'd say there's a very high chance of us being right on that time frame. So Luna is the one I'm looking at. If we get to 100, 105, 102, anywhere in there, I'll be looking to short. Curve. So Curve's still responding relatively well. No bear divs or anything like that. It's looking okay. Let's see what the volume is like. So the volume has been quite good as well. Downtrending now. I can see this coming back. See what this looks like. Okay. Yeah, I can see this. Depends what the rest of the market does. If Bitcoin continues, this can try and do a breakout. And it might be a double top around the 3 area. If Bitcoin rejects, this will reject from here as well. I'm watching this for now. I'm watching this. This might be something we add into a day trade, depending what we feel the swings are, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that's something I'm watching quite closely now. Phantom, not watching closely. No bull divs, just bled away. Literally is bled away. This could eventually have a decent breakout. It's just very hard to know where the bottom is. And you're not getting the bull divs. Let's see. Yeah, you're just not getting the bull divs that give you that confidence. It's not great. Yeah, no, I'm not we'll leave those drawings, but for now I'm not confident on Phantom. Because I do feel like it has to have some kind of breakout. But you've had one, very minimal, new low. Another one, very minimal, new low. Just not really interested. Sandbox, okay, so still holding here, still battling. This could really capitulate. This could easily do a minus 10, 20% at any given day, to be honest with you. So for that reason, not interested in sand. Because it's just really battling this horizontal support. Let's look at near. This could have been. Let's try a chart. Okay, it's the break of the downtrend, of the uptrend. That's why that's happened. That's annoying. This could have been. Yeah, that's annoying. This could have been played. Trying to think. You're at support there. No, this needs to be missed for now. This could have a retest into here, something like a 1540. If it does, if Bitcoin has like a 5% move up, this could easily go and do something into the 1540. If it does, I'll be looking for a short. But yeah, trying to think what else you guys like. Waves, I'm not covering anymore. Sick of it. Ape, I would like to short this. I think this is, I know they have their news of the land buying or whatever it is. I need to keep up with the community, and after today they got hacked on Instagram. It's not worth getting involved now, but I think in the next days when the big announcement comes out that you can buy, Ape, like you can buy land with Ape coin or whatever it is, I think that'll be a sell the news event. So that's what I'll be looking for. But yeah, for now, I'm not going to post the trade. I will post the trade. That was silly to say. Matic is the one. Going to enter a very small position, and I mean very small, because Bitcoin could easily turn away here. And if we get a bull div on the daily, I'll enter with double the size. But Matic is going to be the one. Are there any questions? Because I can see there's a few more of you that turned up for the live today because you wanted to get the trade in. So this might be something I save trades for streams from now on. Are there any questions from anyone? I will wait and see. If not, we will be done with the stream and I will post the trade. Okay, I don't think I'm getting any questions. I'm going to end the stream. I'll give it another 10 seconds or so. Because I know you guys are a little bit behind stream-wise. I think it's like 30 seconds behind or something. No, I'm going to call that it and post the trade. Okay, thanks everyone for watching on chain stuff tomorrow as well. And yeah, hopefully this trade works out okay. High risk one, so just play it small, and if the bull div comes, you can double up, but just play the whole thing small, because this isn't the time to be trading. Like I'll be brutally honest with you guys. Yeah, this is not the time to be trading. Really, if I was you, if you've got 100,000 sat there and you want to buy Bitcoin at the right time, I would do absolutely nothing for the next month or so. Wait for the market to crash, and then I would buy. I wouldn't be trying to day trade right now. But I know some of you want the day trades, so Matic is going to fall in the day trading category. I will do it for you guys now. But this isn't going to be. I'll take this one with you guys as the first one, but I'm not fully confident this one will be very small. But yeah.